What's going on, guys? JS Pyro here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. It's been a little bit since our last adventure on the game. I took a small break to kind of get caught up on some other things, but I'm happy to be back. In saying that, I'm probably going to be just a tad bit rusty, so forgive me if my reading and my skills are a little bit, because I really have not played this game much outside for quite a bit. But, can I just, before we get started, can I just talk about this beautiful, absolutely beautiful shot right here. The legends foretold of this day. When the Chungus bird would ride in the beautiful car. That is just fucking hilarious.
I can't see. I can't see.
I'm suffocating.
From no opportunity. Anyway, but yeah, this is beautiful. This is nice. I got my friends here, which are Cameron.
Yeah.
Just disappears back in. So is that car like the enemy stand car?
The enemy stand is somewhere around here. The enemy stand.
But yeah. Alright, Chungus Bird. Once again, we are playing on Samurai as with the new update coming very soon, actually. I'm a little behind. The summoner's gonna get a little bit of a rework, which is gonna be nice to go back to and try out. But yeah, you look at you in your guys' cars. Anyway.
Yes.
Alright, Optimus Prime. But yeah, where did we leave off?
We left off
Defenders of Euros, yeah.
Yes.
That's what we completed last time.
No, we didn't.
Now we're
No. We did Into the Maelstrom.
No,
Yeah.
we're on Defenders of Euros. We left.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're on. Okay. Now where the fuck do I go? That's a beautiful bird. That's a beautiful bird. Look at all
That
this.
is.
Jerry.
I want one. That's Jerry. Shut the fuck up. Jerry. Now where the fuck do I go for the story? Which way is story?
Isn't it in the Revenant Hole?
I have no idea. Where's that again?
Oh, we are in the Revenant Hole. But like, I mean, in the freaking right.
Maybe.
Right,
I'm gonna go in and try to find. There we go. Can you thank you. I can't.
Seeing it.
Get your move out the way. I can't select it because you're pet. All right. Is the story continued in here?
Maybe. I believe so. It's every time we go.
Oh man, it's nice to be back. I miss this. Oh, before I get started, I forgot to say that I also installed a specific program I've never used before, but I heard someone recommend it, so I thought I'd give it a try. I'm using a reshade tool called G-Shade, which is why the game probably looks a little bit different than usual. As you can see here, I've adjusted the settings a little bit. We'll see how it works. I mean, I might go back to the original look if I don't like it. I don't know. We'll see how it works. I wanted to give it a try though. I heard a lot of people recommend doing it just to kind of make the game look a little bit more modern. But with that being said, I'm gonna talk to Minfilia. Minfilia, it's been a long time. Hold on, right, roleplay. Minfilia, I just got cleared by the doctor. The poison has left my body, and I'm no longer locked in a coma. There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, I was in a coma. Remember, that's why I was gone for like a few months. I was in a coma.
No, but was that all the dialogue? Oh, that was just you just talking.
Yeah. Wait, what? Since when was there a coma inside the story?
Now.
Apparently. All right, let's do this. All friends at. Okay, it's been a little bit. A little bit. Okay.
Breathe.
Yeah. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. Oh, okay. No. It's been banned. It has been a while. It avails us not to speculate. Orange will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. Again, sorry if my reading's a little off. I'm literally like the worst. I stopped, so give me a bit to kind of warm up. It concerns etheric fluctuations, which we had previously attributed to good King Mugulmog the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Trollswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Acelia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. Hey! What manner of problem? Nice to see you again. A band of refugees hailing from Ul'Dah this time are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the... oh god, here we go. I forgot. The Ul'Dah is having a refugee problem. Dolmens.
Oh, yeah.
At present, they are in the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acelia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Yep, unfortunately that sucks. We gave help to the Domans. That's right, we gave help to the Domans last time, and looks like a bunch of other people are wanting in on that juiciness.
They want
so I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. You have you know I will. Man, it has been too long.
It's been very long.
Been very long.
Very, very, very long.
My reading skills are no longer at maximum power.
What's reading?
Yeah, I'm just. You know what's funny? We are very spoiled as gamers. I'm so used to like voice dialogue that I never really got used to reading in video games.
Oh, you want to go back to those days? Go to Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, get the Heaven's Ward, and then you won't have to read anymore.
Yeah, basically by.
Hello.
Hello, I've been waiting for you.
Now where are we going? Hop in.
I don't know. Where are we going?
You're like hop in.
We're
I
not
don't know
in a
where
party,
I'm
you know. I can't hop in unless we're in a party.
Ah, fix that then.
Fix it.
Well, fix it then. Fine. Okay, you don't have to be all huffy puffy about it.
I'm gonna get happy. Why are we in a party? I thought we were friends.
Voice crack. Now where am I going? We're going down here.
Okay. You're not making this easy, Cameron. I'm trying to click on you.
He is. Man, I am so rusty. Oh, and I got this car now, this sweet badass car. Final Fantasy 14 15 event. I never got to play Final Fantasy 15, so I didn't record it because I didn't think it would matter because I've never played it. Maybe I will. Maybe we should do that sometime. Where am I going? I'm so confused. I'm so out of touch. Huh?
Where's the next spot for you?
Is it in here? I think it might be in here.
We need to talk to
dumb. Oh, right here. Duh. I mean, I'm sorry, guys.
This vehicle's not getting in the way.
I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Trolls be prayed, it is you. We're ready and willing to work. Same as the Domans, just give us a task, and we'll see it done.
Ah, here we go.
Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. Neither am I, bud. I know the feeling. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'Dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man, not as would... Okay. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man, not as would sully his soul sooner than his psalms, any road. The flames do not what they can't. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. This dialogue, man. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where, and then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. Unfortunately, no. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Delman's petitions for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word. No, if I might have a word. Tartaru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'Dah, my lady. Alphino, sorry, I keep saying Alphino, I need to fix that. Alphino has... What? Okay, Alphino has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they do? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be a peaceful. 7 hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. We'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady? We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Agreed. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we are discussing earlier. Ida and Papalimo will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, soul.
We must go.
And then I just come back and there's a car hovering above my head.
That's his size.
Oh, hold on, let me hop in. Right panel. Whatever. They're not in use. Oh, that's right. You're in the front seat, aren't you?
Yeah.
Ride pylon, ride seats 2. No, okay. Oh, not in range. Hold on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Let me ride in. There we go. Ride pylon, ride seat 3. There we go.
Hey.
Let's do it.
I don't know where we're going though.
Teleporting to Ul'Dah.
Alright, gotcha.
They gotcha.
Now,
wait, that means
no,
the curve will
Morty.
appear.
Wait, I was thinking about Morty. Was it Morty?
Oh no! Oh no!
We're going back to the future.
What? Oh. And then it take us. And then it take us.
Ah.
All right, we gotta do it manually.
Uh-huh. Well,
Transform.
and roll out. But no, I miss this game a lot. I don't miss reading.
Reading is good. Yeah.
I would prefer not to read, but I'm doing it for the sole fact that some people don't have the ability to read or may not be able to, you know what I mean? So I'm like reading a lot of this just for those who may not have that privilege.
Right.
You know, a common courtesy. That way other people who are watching can enjoy who may not be able to do that, so.
Then increase text.
I'm not gonna make my subscribers read, damn it.
Just have text-to-speech on.
Have Google translate it for you.
Have Google's translate, cause that always works.
Where are we supposed to go this time?
The Adventurers Guild.
Oh, okay.
Alphino. Well, he's standing upright to me.
He seems fine.
Yeah. What's up?
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Falls over dead.
Ul'Dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an
fine.
isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
That's a problem.
Well, what?
Ul'Dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'Dah, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'Dah way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Ul'Dahs to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
Man, politics.
The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the
Politics is
Doman's
nice.
asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Huh. Oh, quest complete. Day star or evening star? I have no idea, but I'm just gonna select whatever. Okay, accept. Oh, that's awkward. We'll just move that. The dialogue was half out of the screen. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that the incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Rauban has to say about the matter. Alrighty. Hello.
Hello.
Beautiful. Now, where are you in the story, Pikachu? Where did you leave?
I'm at the entrance of Heaven's Ward.
Waiting on me? Sorry.
Yep. It's fine.
Like I said, I had some matters that had to be taken care of.
I'm gonna say that, like, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like these missions.
These missions?
Oh, well, the later missions, but like, you're gonna like how it ends.
Ah, wait, this story or the new story's coming up?
The new story is coming up.
Okay. There you are, Rauban. I gotta get used to navigation again.
Navigation.
Now is not a good time, Soul. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter of which we just discussed.
That's all, folks.
No,
We wish to
reading.
discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your surgeons. I have no idea. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalin. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little incident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that the tensions between the Ul'Dah citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the domains were turned away. But what motive a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will return soon. The general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultanate have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your ability, Sol. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlement suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Yes. I'll be on my way.
Let's go.
Alright, Swifty boy. Give me the deets. You look as though you have something to say, Sol, do you? Well, what you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. And an able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. You know what's interesting? If I chose the Immortal Flames and ranked up in their society, if this information would come, like, easier. Like, they would know me and trust me because I'm a part of their thing, right?
Yeah.
Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Last Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Alrighty, Lost Hope it is. Whoop. And we're going to, there. You guys following?
Yes. Because you teleported Alexis.
Yeah, I let you. I figured so. I figured as much. I'm
I
trying
had
to give each character a different accent as best as I can to try to differentiate the different characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a connection loss, so.
Oh. Hello.
Oh, we're in the black brush, so
Yeah,
whenever we
just help
come
him
back.
out when he gets in. Alright, you guys. What do we got? And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then, you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people at Lost Hope have come to accept their situation. We are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like the merchants who passed through recently. Gargantuous fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Okay. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it that this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. Zazawaka. Where's Zazawaka? Zazawaka. Ugaba. These names, though. Some of these names.
Zazawaka.
Waka waka waka. What is he, Pac-Man?
I was gonna say that. Once you made that sound, I was like, what?
Zazawaka. Don't hurt me! I'm not one of them! I beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see. If Leferic bids you speak with me, then I take it you're agreed to help. Trolls be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under the fanatic spell. Oh. But not I. A promise of revolution and retribution. Of holding and ruling the ruling class no account. Of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! Childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but a few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists have returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of the words beyond the fact that he's not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder of our doom to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Man, sometimes, man.
Sometimes.
Terrified refugee.
Okay, bye.
What are you doing? Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Why didn't you run away from me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why didn't you have to stay and leave me alone? Wow, this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, soothe. Wait, how do I spell soothe again? Like that? Yeah, there you go.
You got it?
There you go, yep.
Okay.
Who are you? What do you want? Ah, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give what they will not give, you must take, he said. And we asked how. He revealed a cache of weapons he had brought, and why can't I read for some reason? Holy shit! Hold on a second. Oh. I am having some weird trouble with this, and I don't know why.
Why a second there, tongue like that? Oh.
All right, here we go. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into two groups, set us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they will be massacred like mine was. Alright. Knocked. Whatever. Alright, we gotta fix this. Is this another masked man? The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to a reason. Why the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supported to train us to fight, and the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat, and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for the one man. Mayhaps then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Alright, so I gotta fight, huh? It says a fight.
So you're telling me to put the hammer down?
You tell me to put the hammer down? The music in this car, though, is really good.
Oh yeah.
Wait, is it this cave? Oh no, it's where is it? Oh, down here. Oh yeah, I think it's this cave. Hello. Excuse me. Seven hells. They found us! Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point! So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad. But we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Alright, bring it! Hello.
Hello.
Beautiful. More? More!
Is that all?
Is that all?
Oh shit.
Hello. More! Come on, this is foolishness! You guys can't possibly hope to defeat me.
I'm Cameron.
Ah. So what do you say about that? The marker's here, but oh, there it goes. You beat him like it was nothing! Thaw almighty! What are we gonna do now? Well, we broke their spirits.
So, you're gonna invite me to the party again?
Oh, you're in the party. Technically.
Technically, but he's not. Just
Yeah,
say quick about it.
Come here. I see you've changed your character.
May have.
Nice.
Like, boot the other guy out.
Man, I am definitely no actor and no reader, that's for sure.
To be or not to be.
It doesn't help that my eyesight is piss fucking poor. You know? Which makes it even more difficult.
You need them audiobooks. Some notebooks.
It's hard enough to follow as it is, but it's like, damn. Don't lie, you guys had trouble too.
Not really.
Not
This
really?
is why
Well, then
I read
again.
in my. That's why I read in my head.
Ah. You
I
returned.
never
Did
messed
you
up my
find
head.
my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than a lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Well, he pretty much said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." Huh? But where else would he be unless he went to the Stone's Throw to recruit others? We get a lot of different stuff. Here we go. I cannot see my quest. Okay, flashing lights.
It's too
The
much.
merchant, The merchant wished to approach the refugees in stone throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop them from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. You got it. We must make haste.
Go.
The map is... Why is everything off? I don't know why.
Map. I forgot which one is my shortcut for map.
M.
No, I know, but I have it in a different one.
Why did you change it? M is always map.
No, I always...
You're a weirdo.
Shut up.
I mean, what's better than M for map?
N.
Nap.
Nap? I like the way you think. I like the way you think.
Thank you.
Hello there, everybody. I've come to reap the rewards of questing. Where's my XP?
Your XP is not valid.
Uh-oh, sobbing. Have you seen my parents? Uh-oh. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left me with a man from Ul'Dah. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone's looked so angry, and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Looking for a merchant.
Nope, merchant.
You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Uh-oh. Wait, look, over there! I think that's him! Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Hello! You! Oh, there he goes! He's getting away! Get him, mister! You got it.
Hold on, I'll take my time turning around.
Hold on. I got this. I got this. Ready? Just little by little. Let's go, guys. We gotta hurry. What are you guys doing? We gotta hurry. Fuck, you're too slow. Okay.
You're too slow.
Oh no! It's almost like he's gonna get away with it. What am I ever gonna do? I'll never up. I'm here.
Oh wow. We waited just
Hey,
time.
you can't hide from me. Get over here. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'Dah, huh? You have no evidence to prove your accusation. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Oh yeah? For the sake of argument, let us say I did do some things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a quorum's arse about politics. It was business. Oh, yeah, it's just good business.
Goodness.
Good business. What are you looking? Oh, hi. Oh? We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. You're about to die, I think. Oh, yep, there! Called it!
Common trope.
You must protect me. You failed at protection, Stanley.
You sense the presence of a powerful mark. What's all this commotion? I didn't do that! I didn't do that! It was him! Ah, shit, he's gone. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Thank God they didn't blame me, because that would have been such a pain in the ass. It's like, you did this! It's like, I literally saved the entire fucking continent. What do you mean?
It's like, I see that. I see what you did over there.
I see you. I see you, wee. Old adventurer, I would know more about your relationship with this victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. I'll tell you everything. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murder a debt of gratitude. A debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Thank you! They recognize me! Like, you did this! I'm a Scion of the Seventh Dawn. I don't know who you are! I literally saved your fucking world. I saved your I saved
Who
your
are
ass.
you? I never seen him in my life.
You know that trope where it's like, you could literally, like, you save the entire planet and then they're just like, I don't know you.
Nope, it doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, I can continue my investigation. Beautiful.
Numbers.
Is this working? The steps of Nald.
Are you supposed to find the evidence in the friggin' steps of Null? The evidence that happened here.
Well, I mean, we kind of already found someone, but clearly there's more to it. The murderer did not kill that man for being the guy starting all the shit, right? The murderer killed him to silence him from telling the truth.
Yes.
What news, Soul? Where's the merchant? Excuse me. He murdered? Damn it all to seven hell. He was not simply murdered, Soul. He was silenced. Thank God you're not dumb. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Oh, okay. Tell me more. Oh, revolutionary. Swift has a message for you from General. Okay. The Flame General left word that you were... Okay. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of his own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Mysteries. Look at you. Have you been enjoying? Didn't you try reshade as well? The shader I'm using.
Yes,
You
but
still enjoying it?
the problem is I think I need to reinstall because I finally put my Final Fantasy account in my SSD.
Oh, okay. I can help you with that after.
Yeah.
I may have went just a little too far. Whoops.
A little too much.
Yeah, I needed to go. I forgot to take a left at Albuquerque. I forgot how sprint works in this game.
A sprint is
Sprint. But yes.
sprint.
How's your samurai training going? Have you heeded my lessons?
Yes. Thank you, Sensei.
Oh yeah, what's the first combo?
It is Akaze,
Mm-hmm.
Shifu,
Mm-hmm.
Kasha,
Yep.
and then Hakaze, Jinpu, and Gecko, and
Yes.
then Higebana. Oh no! Before that is
Yeah, you gotta
Higebana.
flip those. You gotta flip
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
Because
but
it's-
you know
it
what?
works
But
better.
you know
Yeah.
what?
At least for the opener.
And then do Higebana again. Remember?
Higginbana again.
Oh no! I mean, do the first cycle again
Yeah.
after you got your moon stance,
Yeah.
and then do your third stance to get that. Use Meko Shishui, and then that's after your
Yeah.
your
Okay.
big
Let
attack.
me remind you. All right.
Yeah.
Hake's into Shifu into Kasha, which gives you the flower sin, right?
Yeah.
Hake's into Jinpu, which sets up your damage, right? And then you go into Higginbana and hit Gecko to finish out that combo. So you spend the flower, gain the moon. Then you make Yoshisui, and then you use Yuki-K's and Kasha again to get the snowflake and the flower back, right? And then you Midari Setsugeka.
Yeah.
And then if you're like me, you're gonna be throwing in Hisatsu Kaiten and using your positionals to get the Funky Gauge.
Yes.
Okay. I have no idea where I'm going, but why
Why are we going over here?
It tells me I can enter through here, I think. Wait,
No, this is where the samurai class is.
I know, but it says I can enter here. On the map, at least. I could have swore. Let me look in. Yeah, it says there's an entrance right there. Huh.
You're
I
not
guess
reading
not.
it wrong.
Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm just guessing stuff. Anyway, I was distracted. Shush. But no, I'll get you set up with the proper stuff again.
Yeah.
Unless it was maybe it was over here. Maybe it's like just looks like that. I could have swore. Actually, I don't know. What am I doing? I am so out of my element. Why don't I just go to a goddamn crystal and teleport there? Listen.
Maybe that would have been a great idea.
Listen. This is so scuffed. It's not my fault. I'm at a.
Where are we going?
I have no idea.
You just teleported. How do you mean you don't know where you're going?
Chamber of Rule.
Oh, there. Thank you. I'm here.
I'm in the Chamber of Rule. You want to go to the Chamber of Rule?
Yes, I'm ripping.
Like I said, it's been a little bit, so I'm kind of just remembering everything. So forgive me for my insolence. My ignorance. Sorry. Hey, look, a lot of people are here.
Yep.
Alright. We have been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. It wasn't my fault. I know I'm late. It's Pikachu's fault.
What?
Oh.
I just forgot to buy a muffin.
Sorry, I saw your last
What
one
up,
from
Swift has
Pikachu.
kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
I look good in the chair.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room.
Agreed.
The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
Nope.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why
Wait,
would he do
is that
such
the
a thing?
Is the guy Teleji? Is that the other Lalafell?
Telegia and Alaleji?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the one that we were like siding with in the last one? There wasn't he on the council and he was like, yeah, and then the little Dorito said, no, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? I mean, I knew there was something up with the guy at the end of the last quest, but like, this isn't good.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
So clearly something's
The
going on
destruction
here.
wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
Okay.
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort.
Oh.
And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
What a dick. And I even vouched for this fucker.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to
You're
go to
seeing a
such
whole
lengths?
another side of it.
What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Can't be good. Omega?
Pardon?
An Alagon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap
Oh.
larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Alagon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
Well, I guess it ain't.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Ul'Dah like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Ul'Dah.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
This is a matter of a scions now. Now, hold the fuck on.
What?
So you're telling me that, remember, we only saw the fraction of the Ultimate Weapon's power. And
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me that there's one that might even be greater? We all in trouble.
We aren't the Guardians, maybe.
You haven't seen anything.
We barely scraped by with the help of Heidelin. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all of this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is the most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the Scions best suited for this task, Lieutenant Pyro. Do take a moment to visit Maelstrom Command and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Begone. Whoa, hold on. Begone, whelp! This is no place for children. Hey! I'm sorry.
You just get kicked out.
No. Some girl's they're belittling that girl earlier that lost her family.
Oh.
I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? Sort of. We had a run-in. So he visited Stone's Throw as well, I see. Did you find the man? Did you find the man where my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You would help me look, mister? Of course. But first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, and so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap could you wait for me by the pillar over there? We require but a moment. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. We just leave and never come back.
Oh, we fucked up.
Yeah. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an Aces stuffed primal, even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. Nah, I got it.
Nah.
She heard that? So, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Trollswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. The Trollswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of Zal activity, which leaves the Sylphs. Ghost Soul, you know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the Antecedent that, while I am grateful for her concern, she need not fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Damn, Alphino. Okay.
I don't want to be babied anymore.